here's a thing that I want to talk about. I finished, roughly finished watching Deep Humor's video about how YouTube is pissing everyone off, and it's basically talking about how they're adding more and more AI features to the video creation platform that basically just removes the whole human aspect of it. At this point, it's becoming like Chat GPT, where you tell it to generate a movie script to talk about a certain topic, and then it will just start talking about that topic for you all by itself. No human input required. All you do is tell it to talk about, I don't know, time, right? It's insane. And YouTube keeps trying to feed this slop into the content creation system, which is obviously not a good thing because, well, there's more to YouTube than, you know, talking to, like having something talk for you, right? Because that's what this new feature is it there will soon be a feature that will allow you to use an AI to generate shorts using their own likeness. So basically what it is like an AI will pretend to be me and then talk about a certain topic on my behalf, which is something that no one asked for, and as then TDM in this tweet said, this soul is gone. And I agree with this. And one thing I need to note about this is that, well, I mean, the website is not loading right now, but like, there's plenty of other platforms for me to go to, right? I may not like entirely what YouTube's doing, so I could just go to another platform. There's plenty of other platforms out there, but the thing is, YouTube doesn't really get a lot of competition because it is just the one video sharing platform out there. And I think it's time for us to change that. So, like, coming from someone like me who said a couple of times before that I was going to come back to the YouTube platform. If you look at my channel, right? Go to the creator dashboard. Like, my last video was like a hot minute ago. And it was literally me talking about the current state of the internet and how I'm scared. And it's only gotten 25 views, right? I'm not a huge channel. I'm quitting YouTube again. I've contemplated quitting YouTube, and I'm coming back. And, well, I'm thinking of quitting again. Because the way YouTube is treating its content creators right now is absolutely unbelievable. We are not like the people that make the money anymore. We are just an asset. Right? An asset that they can just chuck in into an AI, and they're not even hiding that at this point. They're literally straight up just telling us, do this thing with an AI. And I think that that is genuinely so outright evil that I do not feel comfortable posting on this platform anymore in any way, shape, or form. I don't feel like wanting to associate with this platform as a whole simply because this is how they behave. I do not feel welcome here if they're just going to tell us to do things with an AI. I do not believe that taking away the soul is the right idea, YouTube. I do not believe that I should be able to trust a company whose CEO says that AI is the greatest thing ever and we should all appreciate and embrace it. This is the #1 reason I quit using Windows. Sachinideo said that we should stop calling AI slop because it is going to be the one thing that's going to bring everything together and make everything so uniquely insanely good and stuff like that. And I was like, no, it is not going to do any of that. In fact, it's going to stifle creativity and ruin the actual hard work of people by just having some kind of algorithm pretend to do it all for you, and the end result's just going to be the most nonsensical slop you could have ever imagined. I will admit I will give credit where credit is due, that sometimes people use AI for good things. For example, the use of AI in the medical space has already proven to help a lot of people to, you know, figure out that they might have a very bad disease, right? It's used for identifying certain things. It's used for analyzing symptoms, and I can see that that is a space where AI could be a tremendous help. But where creativity is involved, the human factor should never be eliminated, and this is where the turning point is we are currently eliminating the human factor in content creation. This is bad because we are just going to end up frying our brain with nonsensical slop, which is just going to train us to also be nonsensical slop, and we will end up in a downward spiral where, I'm gonna be very extreme here, we are going to turn back to the Stone Age.
TDM, another OG.
YouTube, if you care at all for your platform, please stop this. I do not want to associate or interact with a platform that thinks that AI is the norm and we should just accept that. In fact, I do not want to associate with a platform that essentially just outright says, yes, let's eliminate the human factor because an AI can do the same work for much less cheaper without even doing any effort. You know why we put effort into making content? It is to actually make something worth watching. If that effort is no longer put into a video, and I can tell that that effort is no longer being put into a video, which I'm going to tell you, with the way AI generation looks right now, it is painfully obvious, I'm going to stop watching stuff. Alright? I will outright just start avoiding YouTube altogether because I can just watch better content on another platform. I will go back to genuinely just watching classic TV over YouTube just because of this. That's all I wanted to say about this. Thank you very much for listening to my rant.